Hi, it's Tanya. I made this whole video and then I realized I didn't introduce Bible journaling very well. If you have never done Bible journaling, it's simply putting some art or stickers or whatever inside your Bible to kind of go along with the verse you're studying, or you could even just write something. It doesn't have to be art. So this is a special Bible made for Bible journaling, and you certainly don't need to buy that for this study. You can use your regular Bible, but you'll have a more narrow space to work. This one has a big wide margin so that people like me can scribble all in it. Now, a lot of people do it all across the entire page. I don't do that. I tried it and I didn't like it. I know that you can use a different Bible for study, and in fact I do, but it still didn't work for me. So this is the illustrating Bible that I have for this video. What I have done instead is I bought a pack of traveler's journals from Amazon. Now, you also could make your traveler's journal. You could take some paper, however many sheets of paper you want, fold it, stitch it in the middle, and have a traveler's journal. But I just didn't feel like doing that. I have too much to do right now. So I bought a pack of 3 traveler's journals, and they have nice thick paper. I'm experimenting, which is what this is. I'm getting ready to paint on that and emboss up here and see how it goes and make sure it doesn't go through the page. Well, the ink already did. But if you have thinner pages, you can always just glue every 2 together. So that's what I'm doing for this unit. Now, if you don't want to do that, use your Bible, use a spiral notebook, use what you have. Please don't go spend money, to do this project. Here is the beginning of the one that we're doing on the video coming up. In the video, I put the cover on and show you how to do that. And I believe in this video, we begin gluing some things in. I drew these. This is the washi in your kit and so on. So that's what we're doing for Bible journaling. If that sounds like something you'd like to do, please do just follow along in the videos. You can always stop and rewind. You can watch my other videos for some tips. But most of all, I want you to do what you feel is I just knocked a bunch of things down. I want you to do what you feel is right for you. This is the study. This is the important part. This is the meat where we study and think. And you could even do your art journaling in here. I've printed mine. I didn't print front and back. I only printed on the front of the page. You could do all your art on the back of your pages. So please don't feel like you have to spend money or go and get a bunch of supplies to get started with Bible journaling. The purpose is to keep you focused on the Word and to keep your mind sort of meditating on these verses as you're working on, say, Christ is my advocate. Then you're thinking about why and how he is your advocate, and you're thinking of other Bible verses that might relate to that, and you might write them in. That's how it works, and that's the real purpose of Bible journaling. So I hope that makes it clear. Let's get on with the show. Hi, it's Tanya. It's kind of a mess here on my desk, and I apologize, but I realized I have about a half hour before my husband gets back, and I thought I would try to show you what I'm doing. I'm prepping the things for the 1 John study, and I bought these. I'm going to give you a link. Instead of making the traveler's journal, I bought them, and they came in a set of 3. Ernie, stop. I have a parrot on my shoulder. Yeah, you're trying to cause trouble. I bought a set of 3 from Amazon, and they were really inexpensive, and they're nicely stitched, so I'm pretty happy with this purchase. Now, there are pros and cons to buying versus making. If you make your own, of course, you can make it where the pages come out and you can swap them around and all that. If you buy them. I don't know. I just, this time I felt like buying. The pages are pretty thick. Normally I would say if the pages are thin, go ahead and glue every two together to give yourself a good working surface, but I don't think that's necessary here. This is where I've been cutting things out and it just got stuck in there. Now, you can just cover that with paper. I got this faux leather that looks like a lot of fun, and I am going to do a leather cover. In fact, I laid the piece over here that I chose. It's just a textured leather cover, and I think what I'm going to do is cover the cover with the sticky tape first, and then also with glue for double gluing. So let me try that. And I'm going to leave the little area where the spine is, I'm going to leave that unattached so that when you open and close it, maybe the cover has, you know, enough room to do its thing. Now do stick it down pretty tight, but don't worry if it's not perfect. Okay? And you don't have to do all this. You could probably just use your good glue and it would be fine. Stamps, they're not part of the kit. They're just some things I had. Actually, they're in a book of collage papers. I'll just stop and show you that. Scrapbook and collage papers, the European collection, and I've had them around forever, and I thought, oh, why not use up some of these? So they have these stamps. What I wanted to do was put some triple thick on them to make them really stiff and sturdy, and use them in this book, and I couldn't find my triple thick, so I'm going to use not the usual gesso because it's not real thick, but this is Liquitex that I use often in art, and it dries pretty hard. It won't be the shiny glossy like the triple thick, but it will be a good surface, and I'll probably do a couple of coats, and I might possibly put some glitter in there. I don't know yet. Believe it or not, I'm actually getting away from glitter a little. So I know some people will be happy about that. I have to laugh as I created this First John, as I created the art pieces for it, because I was told, do not go on this channel and start doing vintage junk journal kind of things. They won't like that, and that's the kind of thing I like. So I said, okay, I'll be modern. And it's really funny. You can kind of see it in the pieces that come in your kit. They're not exactly vintage, but they kind of start leaning toward vintage a little bit. So I will do my best not to do that. Ernie what? Ernie was a rescue. He has been with me now, I think, 7 years. Yeah, and you're pretty rotten, aren't you? You want to go over there and see what's what? You want to go check it out? Here. Oh, no. He doesn't want to. He likes to stay right on my shoulder. Don't you? Do you just wonder who I'm talking to? You might have fans, Ernie, if you'd go out there and look at it. Okay. Now, I bought this size. I believe it's 4 1/4 by 8 and 8 1/2. And one of the reasons I chose this travel journal size was because then you can take this and it's exactly a perfect fit. And then I'll just cut off the other end. Yes, Ernie. If you want to talk to them, you have to go down my arm. Okay. Now I'm just going to cut these edges off where I went over. Now I'm going to set something heavy. In fact, I'm going to set that under my Bible so that it can... I'm going to save this piece because I'm thinking we might want to make a strap to help it close. I'm not sure. Now, the other thing I wanted to go ahead and do, and then I'll show you the other prep work that I've done. I thought I would gesso these things. So here they are, and I don't know where my I don't know where my sheet is, so I'm going to use this bag. It's okay. And then I must have gotten glue on these because they're not behaving correctly. So I'll do that. I have a paintbrush, and I have an old credit card. I think I'll use the card. And I'm never careful with this stuff. You just glop it on there and scrape it across. And I want a fairly thick coat, so I'm not, gonna scrape too much. And then these are gonna dry, and we'll see how it goes. The only thing about this Liquitex, it's very good. It's a very good product, but it dries grainy. So you don't want to use this one in your Bible. I use the cheap one in my Bible. Now, I want to show you other things that I've prepped. This is just, I got into my little box of stash, and I found all these things, so they're laying here. These are some stickers I made. I don't know if you want them in your kit or not. I printed them on clear sticker paper, just some of the highlights of these Bible verses in 1 John, and then some little arty sort of things so that I can use those. This is more from my so there's all that. Now, here is what I wanted to show you that I prepped. Not that you can tell it now because I piled everything on it. Go away. All right, these are your, I'm still digging out stuff, sorry. These are your pieces from the kit that you can download for free. And here are the tags. Some have verses. You have some that have verses and you have some that do not. And you're going to see on all of mine, these are tracks from my printer. I don't know what's going on. Everything printed only on half of the page. Everything messed up. It's a big disaster, but we're going to go with it. And I like to put things in these trays. This is from Dollar Tree. I like to store them in these trays so that there's some semblance of order going on here. Now these, I didn't have my clear sticker paper at the time. These are the washi tapes. And I have also now put these labels on the same sheet as the washi so that if you want to print it on sticker paper, it's all there to, get stuck down. So these I printed on those labels, like mailing labels. So there's 2 on a page, so you can see there's 2 bits of each strip of washi. And then these ones weren't there yet, so I didn't, they aren't sticky, but that's okay. And these are some of the labels that are in your kit. What else? Oh, I put the I Love You More Than Chocolate because it was Valentine's yesterday, but then I didn't give you the kit yet, so that's why that is there. And there are other tags. There were a bunch of these for you, but for me they didn't print out, so these I think are really cute and useful in our journal. And you have these, and I've gone ahead, obviously I've cut everything out, I've punched holes in these tags. And I was thinking, let's set that down. I was thinking that even if you didn't want to make the traveler's journal, you could use these and just get a ring, a metal ring, and make a flip ring of verses. You could just put all your Bible verses on here, or your prayers, or whatever you're going to do for this study. Okay, so there is all. And I do want to tell you this. This is a pocket. Now, normally I would have gone ahead and made the pocket, right? Well, the pocket is a little bit large for your book. So I have gone back in and I have resized our pocket to fit in the travel journal. That is all of my prep. I'm going to let these things dry and then I'll come back and we will work on it. Ernie, do you want to say anything before we go? No? Okay.